Well, the last time the Orioles swept a 3-game series in Anaheim, that was back in August of 2010. And they got a chance to do it again tonight as they close out a 3-game set. They won on Monday 4-2. They won last night 4-2. Miguel Gonzalez last night went 7 2/3 scoreless until giving up that home run to Mike Trout in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Miguel Gonzalez outstanding. And the latest on Manny Machado and the latest on Ubaldo Jimenez when we continue with the Geico Managers Report right at auto.com. And now here's Adam Jones. Yeah, David Freese at third. Eric Ibar at short. Howie Kendrick is out there at second. And Efren Navarro tonight is at first base. Albert Pujols is the Angels' designated hitter. Chris Iannetta does the catching. You got Hamilton. You got Trout. You got Calhoun in the outfield left to right. And now here's Jones. Weaver. He delivers. Adam will take low and inside, ball 1. Adam against Weaver in his career, 5 hits in 16 at-bats, 1 home run. Adam right now looking for his 20th home run this season. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Big swing and a miss. And again, Jones, as he is wont to do, when he swings it, he almost comes out of his shoes.
He certainly attacks the baseball with that swing.
He certainly does. He always takes out the driver. He never lays up.
As Eddie Murray say, he has bad intentions with that bat.
He never plays it safe. And now the 1-1 to Mr. Jones. Had a fastball, a little bit low. So now 2-1 to the Orioles center fielder. While Weaver comes in, his record 10-6. Tonight his 22nd start. His earned run average coming in 3.43. And the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and lifted in the air down that right field foul line. Fading back is Navarro. Kendrick is there. And Kendrick makes the catch almost right on top of the foul line. And that's it. Orioles go 1-2-3 against Weaver in the top of the first inning. So now it's Tillman's turn. Yep, he's come home to pitch as we head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 on the Orioles radio network.
If you or someone
All right, here we go. Now here come the Angels in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 ball game. And Chris Tillman out there trying tonight to become an 8-game winner. His record coming in 7 wins, 5 losses. Tonight, Tillman making his 22nd start. His earned run average has been dipping rapidly of late. His earned run average over his last 8 games has gone from 520 to 4.03. So he certainly is heading in the right direction. And he'll go to work on Cole Calhoun to get the bottom of the first inning started. He delivers to Calhoun, and a fastball just a tad low. Calhoun, and then Trout, and then Pujols. Now Tillman this season, 125 innings. He has allowed 121 hits, 13 home runs. There's the 1-0 delivery. Fastball swing and a miss. Now Tillman, in his last start, that was against Oakland at the Oakland Coliseum. He got a no decision. Orioles lost that ball game 5-4. That was the game in which Josh Donaldson, remember him? He, in that 9th inning, came up and hit that 3-run home run. And there's a foul ball back on the net. In that game, Tillman gave up 2 runs, only 4 hits, and he had 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. And in that game, he came within 1 out of what would have been his 8th consecutive quality start. He's been pitching really well. And Calhoun with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the tall right-hander again delivers. And a breaking ball. Look, comebacker. Tillman's got it. He runs halfway to first. And then a gentle underhand toss to get the out.
And many of his starts prior to this, we've seen Chris in that first inning hit that fastball in the upper 80s. But tonight he's pumping it in well above 90 with the heater. So he may have a little bit more adrenaline being here in Anaheim, his hometown.
Well, he went to high school at Fountain Valley High School. It's about I would say, Fred, between 11 and 14 miles away from here.
Somewhere in that range, yeah. Depending on the traffic.
That's right.
And how you go.
Well, no, the traffic would not change the distance.
Well, if you want to avoid the traffic,
okay.
It makes,
Hey, down here, traffic is always a factor. And now Trout, he's always a factor. He takes ball 1. 0-0, bottom 1 here. 1 away, and the base is empty. Trout, his batting average at .309. In the series, only 1 for 8. That 2-run home run last night. And there's a strike. Tillman caught the outside corner. Trout, right now among the leaders in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage. He is second in the league in runs scored. He's also had 10 steals. Trout hits it hard. Flaherty diving grab back at third, on his feet. He throws on a couple of bounces, but too late to get the out. Wow, Flaherty gave it all he had. And the ball was hit real hard just inside the bag at third. Flaherty diving toward foul ground, came up with that ball, and then on a couple of bounces, the throw just a tad late, although Buck is coming out to give his team a chance to take a look at the video.
Yeah, Ryan Flaherty has done a tremendous job when called upon to play that hot corner. And, of course, Trout, one of the speedier base runners, made it awfully close at first base, and Buck has decided that they will not challenge that call at first base.
Yeah, that was a very quick decision because obviously Trout had that throw beaten. So now with the man aboard, here's Albert Pujols. Well, Tillman in his last game, mentioned the Oakland game, when he left that game, he had a 4-2 lead. And then Tommy Hunter came in, he retired 4 straight. And then Britton came in, and boy, was he victimized by some tough luck. Fly ball, deep right center. On the run, Markakis. This ball is off the scoreboard. Markakis is going to play the carom. Now Trout is being waved in, and there'll be no relay. The ball came back to second base. Had the ball come back toward the plate and hit the cutoff man, I think they would have had a play on Trout at the plate.
I agree with you, Joe. It went sailing over the head of Jonathan Scope right to J.J. at the bag at second. And, of course, with the speed of Mike Trout, he scores from first base.
Yeah, Nick threw that ball towards second base. Had he hit Scope with that throw back to the infield, and I think that would have been a lot of fun to watch at the plate. So the Angels have jumped out to a 1-0 lead, and now here's Hamilton. And the pitch on the way. And the breaking ball is in there for a called strike. Now, I will say this, because Markakis did throw it back into second base, he did keep a runner out of scoring position. As Albert Pujols is at first base after an RBI single. A long single off that scoreboard out there in right center. And there's a fastball a little bit low and outside. So the play at the plate, I think would have been fun to watch, but it was iffy. They may not have gotten him. So at the very least, right now the double play is in order. Hamilton is a .293 hitter. Tillman delivers, and this one is a strike. Picked up the inside corner. Fastball there at 92. Hamilton 5 home runs, 28 RBIs. But he has gone now 65 at-bats without hitting a home run. And the 1-2 pitch. Hamilton, it's a chopper, slowly hit. Out towards second. Hardy's got it. He bobbled it. He dropped the ball. And they don't get anybody. And J.J. did have a play on Hamilton at first base. But when he went to make the exchange, the ball got away.
J.J. lost the handle on that one as he came charging in from that shift. And we'll see how that one goes.
That's got to be an error.
Yeah, you would think.
So Pujols is at second base now. And Hamilton winds up at first base. And they're going to give him a base hit.
Yeah.
And now here's the switch hitting Eric Ibar. Well, that's a play that I'm sure J.J. would tell you he's got to make. He's got to get the out.
It was above average effort, but
to me, that's an error. That's a play that J.J. makes all the time, although not from the second base position.
Yeah.
And on that shift, that's where J.J. was. Here's Ibar with 2 aboard, a run in, and only 1 out. And Tillman, he delivers. Ibar swings and misses. He got the breaking ball first pitch. Ibar comes in hitting .279. 6 home runs. He's knocked in 50. Already this season, Ibar has equaled the number of home runs he hit all of last season with those 6 home runs. Having an all-star season. And tonight playing his second consecutive game after missing 3 games with a bit of a groin issue. Ground ball, first base, backing up Davis. He'll take the out himself. And now, with 2 outs, Angels have runners on second and third. It'll bring up Howie Kendrick. The Angels ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. So Pujols is now standing at third. And Hamilton is out there at second base. Kendrick is a .293 hitter. So on deck is David Freese, another right-hand hitter. But there are 2 outs. Kendrick last night had a 6-game hit streak come to an end. But still, he's been hot. Tillman, he delivers. Kendrick, it's a bouncing ball to J.J. Should do it. Hardy to Davis, out number 3. So the Angels get a run, but they leave runners on second and third. End of 1. It's 1-0 Los Angeles on the Orioles Radio Network. Here we go, Joe Angel, Fred Manfra, and the mighty man and mighty Casey Willett here in Anaheim as we head to inning number 2. The Angels are ahead 1-0. Yeah, we're going to take a look at Nelson Cruz, and then Chris Davis, and then J.J. Hardy for the first time tonight. Jared Weaver got the Orioles 1-2-3 in the first on 11 pitches, 7 of which were strikes. So he's off to a good start. Nelly digs in. Weaver, he delivers. And Cruz takes a knee-high strike. Nelson, 28 home runs. He's knocked in 74. His batting average, though, taking a beating these days, it's down to .279. Here's the pitch. Nelson takes a breaking ball low and outside. Nelson, 5 hits in his last 36 at-bats. In that stretch, hitting just .139. So he's trying to get going again. Here's the pitch. Fastball kind of backed him off the plate. And just a tad inside. So 2-1 to Nelson Cruz. Last time that Nelly hit a home run was on July 7th when he went against Jim Johnson. 2-1 pitch. Fastball popped it up. Foul ground near the Oriole dugout. Right there is Navarro. He makes the catch alongside the coaching box. Out number 1. And now the big fella. I mentioned the Blue Jays won today. They beat the Red Sox 6-4 in that game. R.A. Dickey winning over Clay Buchholz. Buchholz, by the way, had an 8-game winning streak ended pitching in Toronto. He had won 8 in a row at Rogers Center until today. And guess what? David Ortiz, another home run. Davis takes a call strike.
And Jose Bautista went deep for the winning Blue Jays today.
I think David Ortiz in that series has hit 4 home runs. And now the breaking ball, Davis waves at it and missed. There's 0-2. Yeah, going into that series, I think Ortiz like it was 1 for 17. And then he predicted that he was about to get real hot as Davis takes a high fastball. In fact, the way he put it, he said, I'm about to get Jamaican hot. Jamaica in the summer.
And that's hot.
And that's what he's done. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Davis takes up and in. I think Ortiz in that series had like 5 hits, and 4 of them were home runs. Davis takes a call, strike 3. He counted with a fastball. Weaver picks up his first strikeout. So 2 gone here in the second inning.
Now, Weaver's not a guy that will hit that radar gun in the mid-90s. In fact, that was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball that got Chris Davis. He moves that ball in and out, up and down, and changes speeds on his fastball, and he keeps you off balance as a hitter.
Yep, he's crafty. He's a crafty right-hander. And now delivers to J.J. Good breaking ball in there at the knees. That's a real good pitch there. First pitch. Strike 1. J.J. hitting .284. He has gone 2 for 8 in this series. Last night, a couple of RBI doubles, and now a pop-up into shallow center. Coming on Mike Trout. He's under it. He's got it. And Weaver tonight so far, 6 up and 6 down. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Anaheim on the Orioles Radio Network. For over 125 years. So be sure to pick up your favorite Schmidt Old Time Bread for your Oriole fans. Do that today. And now here the Angels, now bottom 2. They got a 1-0 lead, and they got the bottom of the order coming up to hit against Chris Tillman. It'll be David Freese, and then Efren Navarro, and then Chris Iannetta, the catcher. Mentioned tonight, Tillman is trying to become an 8-game winner, but he has not won a ball game in his last 4 starts. Here comes the pitch, and the fastball is low and outside for a ball. Even though in those 4 starts, he's thrown 3 quality starts and almost threw a 4th. Last time he won a ball game was on June 27th against Tampa Bay. And now a swing and a miss. That time with that slow breaking ball. Well, 1-1 now to David Freese. Yeah, the right-hander again ready. Into his motion. He delivers. Fastball in there at the knees. That's a called strike. Boy, perfect pitch.
It looks like Chris has very good location tonight. We've seen that in this series from Oriole pitching. Miguel Gonzalez had great location last night to handcuff the Angel hitters.
And now the right-hander again delivers. And this one tails outside.
Bud Norris in the first game, also very good location.
Well, anytime you can wind up in the win column, that's good location.
Mm-hmm. That's location.
Yeah. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball hit foul. Look out. Outside first base. So it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Angels, tonight they're trying to end a 2-game losing streak. And for them, 2 games is a losing streak. And they lost that game last night. It's the first time they'd lost back-to-back games in quite a while. Little bounder out towards Scope at second base, into his right, and then the off-balance throw to get the out. So 1 away here in the second inning. In fact, the last time the Angels had lost back-to-back games, you had to go back to mid-June. So they've been an awfully good ball club. Now here's the number 8 hitter, Efren Navarro. Actually, the Angels, they've lost 2 straight, and they've lost 3 out of 4. And right now, they trail Oakland in the Western Division by a couple of games. And by a couple, I mean 2. And now Navarro grounds it foul outside first base.
Now, the problem for them since the All-Star break is their team is really kind of shut down hitting-wise. Came in hitting just .221 since the break. And their run tonight is just their 16th run scored since they had that 4-day All-Star break.
Yeah, and despite that slump, they still lead the majors in runs scored. So for the most part, they've been a pretty good offensive team, real good offensive team. And now Navarro takes a ball. As a team, they have the best on-base percentage of any team in the major leagues. And they've had the most hits. Tillman. He delivers. Breaking ball in there for a call strike. Well, that one real slow at about 77. That one floated up there. That's 1-2 now to Efren Navarro. Angels ahead 1-0, bottom 2 in Anaheim. Tillman into his delivery. Here it comes. Fastball, half swing and a miss. So after that slow breaking ball at about 77, Tillman throws a four-seamer at about 93, and that ball exploded, and Navarro swung way late.
Chris has a very good fastball tonight. A couple of times hitting 94 with that thing.
A pretty good late movement with that one to get that strikeout, his first. And now the number 9 hitter in Chris Iannetta. Angels ahead 1-0 second inning. And Tillman delivers. Fastball gets ahead. Called strike. Count 0-1. Ryan Flaherty, J.J. Hardy, Jonathan Scope, Chris Davis, third to first. Nick Hundley does the catching tonight. David Lowe, Adam Jones, Nick Markakis in the outfield. And there's a little foul ball off of Hundley's mask. Another fastball. So now it's 0-2 to Iannetta. Well, the Orioles this season have gone 2-0 against the Angels here in this series. Last year they went 5-2 against the Angels, including a 3-1 record against them right here. Tillman with the 0-2 pitch. Fastball down and away. And right now the Orioles 11 games over 500. That is a season best. And right now with that 4-game division lead. And lately they have been an outstanding road team. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball kind of slipped out of Tillman's hand. That ball missed up and in. The Orioles have won 14 of the last 20 road games they played. On the road this season, the Orioles have had the third best winning percentage in games away from home. Next pitch, a little bit low. And if you're going to win a division title, and if you're going to be a serious postseason contender, you got to get the job done on the road. And the Orioles are. Overall, they've gone 29-21 on the road. 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. He'll take a walk. And for Tillman, first walk he has given up in this game. And now here comes the top of the order. Angels ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. What I see on our television monitor over on the Masson Television Network. And they're showing some video of Ubaldo Jimenez earlier today as he got a workout testing that tender ankle.
And I guess the next test will be Friday in Seattle when the Orioles will decide after that what will be the next course of action for the right-hander.
Well, the way the starting pitching is going right now, they're in no hurry.
Right.
I mean, the Orioles starters, the last 38 games, they've had a collective ERA of about 3.2. Outstanding in that stretch. So that gives them a chance to get Ubaldo fully healthy. And now Calhoun takes a little bit low. Ball one.
And many times he's been the weak link in that starting rotation this year.
He has. Because now he's always been a bit of a second half guy. We'll wait and see.
Well, he helped Cleveland to the postseason with a big second half last year.
If he does that again, second half, that could be a big boost. Huge boost. It'd be like making a trade that works out. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Fouled away, back above our heads. Fastball there at 92. Angels ahead, 1-0, bottom of the second inning. There are 2 gone, and Iannetta is the base runner at first base. Ryan Flaherty at third base, backed up. The entire infield is backed up. Now Calhoun in this game is 0 for 1, out on a comebacker, his first time up. And this guy has been doing a great job of getting on base. Tillman with a 1-1 pitch on the way. This one just off the outside corner. I mean, Calhoun, his last 43 games, he has scored 40 runs. And I believe that's the most in baseball in that stretch. So he's been getting on base and coming around. Yeah, thank you, Fred. Well, it's over now. The Yankees have won. And they won a rain-shortened game. Pop-up back here and back above our heads again.
And over the last couple of weeks, they're 1-1 in those rain-shortened games. Sunday night before the All-Star break, the Orioles won a rain-shortened game, taking it from the Yankees. And today they beat Texas.
Well, the Orioles, before the All-Star break, they won a rain-shortened game.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. Calhoun. With a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tillman trying to end the second inning. And the right-hander from the belt. He delivers. Line drive, base hit right field. Scope couldn't get to it. Iannetta is going to pull up at second base. Markakis feeds it back in. And now there are 2 aboard with 2 outs in the second inning. And now Mike Trout. And boy, that's one thing you hate to do if you're pitching. No matter who you are, with 2 outs, to allow the hitter in front of Mike Trout to get on base. We saw Miguel Gonzalez do that last night, and it cost him a 2-run home run. So here's Trout against Tillman.
Trout, who had been hitless until that home run, has had a hit each of his last 2 at-bats now.
Well, he had the infield single back in the first inning. Right-hander against right-hander. Again, the infield backed up all the way. Angels ahead 1-0 second inning. Tillman pick off at second base, and they got him. They got him at second base. They picked him off. Iannetta was caught napping. J.J. Hardy ran to the bag, and they timed it beautifully, and they got the out, even though Tillman did not make a very good throw. But J.J. Hardy adjusted beautifully and tagged him out to end the inning and prevent Mike Trout from hitting with 2 men on base.
Wow, what a blunder.
And at the end of 2, it's a 1-0 Angels lead on the Orioles radio network. Got the bottom of the order coming up to hit. We go to inning number 3. Angels ahead 1-0, and let's get right to Fred Mann.
Oh, thank you very much, Joe. And Jonathan Scope leading off. He hit that big 2-run home run last night. He takes the first pitch upstairs, but a strike called by Hal Gibson. Jonathan Scope, .220 average on the season, but hitting .252 with all 8 of his home runs away from the yards. Slow breaking ball outside. All even at a ball and a strike. Jonathan has driven in 20 of his 26 runs on the road. Righty against righty. Scope looking at Weaver for the first time in his career. And the pitch to the second baseman, another breaking ball sweeps outside. 2-1. Scope, Flaherty, and then Hundley for the Orioles. 1-0 Angels. They scored a run on an Albert Pujols RBI single, scoring Trout in the first inning against Chris Tillman. Here's a high pop-up, shallow right field. Coming on is Calhoun. Going out is the second baseman, and it's Howie Kendrick making the catch. Backing out from his spot at second base. Ryan Flaherty will step in now. Flaherty last night 0 for 4 as he filled in for Manny Machado, as he is tonight. Machado getting the injection to kind of ease and calm down those spasms in the back that he was suffering through late in his batting practice yesterday. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. And the delivery to Ryan, swinging a high drive down the right field line. That's going to be the Orioles' first hit. It will bounce into the stands for an automatic double. So Flaherty getting in there, taking the first pitch and a whack at it. And Flaherty has his 7th 2-bagger in scoring position with 1 down in the 3rd for Nick Hundley. First hit in his career for Flaherty against Weaver. Jared Weaver, lifetime against the Orioles. This is his 11th start. Has a winning record, 6-4. ERA is very good, 3.06. His last start came last June at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and he lost to the Orioles in that ball game. Adam Jones hit a home run against Weaver. Right now, the Orioles trail 1-0, but they have the possible tying run at second base with Nick Hundley. 0 for his last 9, 0 for 3 in this series. Stepping in, right-handed batting catcher. Now, Iannetta and Weaver are going to have a little bit of a conversation as they meet midway between the mound and home plate. Follow every Orioles game all season long with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. At bat brings you baseball wherever you live with look-ins, instant replays, scores, stats, highlights, audio, free MLB TV, game of the day, live pitch-by-pitch tracking, classic games, and more. Download MLB.com. First delivery to Hundley, and the ninth place hitter swings and misses. There's that fastball upstairs, 0-1. Hundley, surprisingly, has never had an at-bat against Jared Weaver. Weaver, now 31 years of age, had a tremendous college career just up the 405, the San Diego Freeway from here at Long Beach State. 0-1 the count to the right-handed batter, and the delivery to Hundley, slice it high in the air toward right field. Moving to his left is Calhoun. He'll make the grab, tagging from second, headed to third, and the throw coming to third, not in time to get the sliding Flaherty. That was a closer play than one might anticipate. Calhoun showing a pretty good arm from there in right field. That ball came on one bounce to Freeze, and Flaherty tagging. It was a foot race toward the bag, and then Flaherty went sliding in, and then it hit off the glove of Freeze on a bounce. Orioles now with that tying run possibly 90 feet away. And Nick Hundley is out with that fly ball to the right fielder. Nick Markakis will come up. The Tigers looking for a closer. Joe Nathan not doing the job with consistency there. They acquired one today. Joaquim Soria from the Rangers. And the pitch to Nick. Breaking ball for a strike. Markakis popped out in front of the plate to the catcher, Iannetta, his first at bat. Nick Markakis now with 25 at-bats against Weaver, 7 hits, including a home run. 90 feet away, the possible tying run in the person of Ryan Flaherty. 2 down in the top of the third, and the pitch on the way to Markakis misses outside with a fastball. 1-1. Nick, 0 for his last 7. He's had a couple of hits in this series, going 2 for 10. Markakis hitting .290 on the year. The pitch to the Oriole outfielder upstairs with a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Tigers making a move to strengthen themselves down the stretch and for the postseason. And we'll be seeing a lot of these moves. We saw yesterday the Yankees acquiring Headley from the San Diego Padres, and immediately he paid a dividend with an extra inning base hit that won a ball game for New York. The 2-1 pitch to Markakis, swinging a foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was at 68 on the radar gun. As we told you, Weaver is a guy that adds a little, subtracts a little, doesn't blow you away with a fastball, but keeps you off balance in the box. And right now he has a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Markakis, left-handed batter. Lefty's hitting .258 coming into this ball game against the 6'7" right-hander. Weaver sets. Flaherty from third, 2 down, and the pitch to Nick Markakis. And Nick will swing and foul it back to the netting behind the plate. On the SK out-of-town scoreboard, the Tampa Bay Rays are playing in St. Louis, and it was a final tonight. Tampa Bay 3, the Cardinals nothing. Cobb wins it, 6-6. Lynn, the loser, 1-7. McGee with his 9th save. No home runs there. And Casey gave us a kind of an interesting stat. Alex Cobb, the pitcher, had a base hit in that ball game, and he is the first Cobb to get a base hit in the big leagues since Ty Cobb, believe it or not. The 2-2 delivery, and Nick protects the plate, slapping at the ball and fouling it out of play off to the left side. Just an amazing stat. But there haven't been all that many Cobbs that have played since the Georgia Peach played in his day. Nick Markakis has driven in 32 this year. Knocked in 7 home runs. Right now trying to pick up an RBI with Flaherty at third base and 2 down. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Markakis, and Nick hits a ground ball to right field. That will tie the ball game. Flaherty comes in to score from third base. Howie Kendrick, the second baseman, made the futile dive. Nick Markakis with a big 2-out base hit. We are even at a run apiece. Markakis, his 33rd RBI. Good at bat by Markakis. And the Orioles deadlock this ball game here in the third. The double with 1 out by Flaherty. He moved to third base on that fly ball to right field as he tagged, and then Nick Markakis brings him home with the 2-out single to the right side into right field. And now here's David Lowe. David getting an infrequent at bat. Grounded out to third, his first at bat. He swings and fouls it. It goes all the way back to the backstop. 1 strike to David Lowe. David, no at-bats on this road trip. Of late, very much a late-inning defensive replacement for Steve Pearce out in left field, but getting the start tonight. David Lowe, couple of home runs, 8 knocked in, 3 doubles, 2 triples. We saw him get a big triple up at Fenway Park on that 4th of July weekend series. And the delivery to the outfielder, swing and a miss at an off-speed delivery, 69 miles an hour, and Lowe swinging over top, 0-2. Adam Jones waits on deck. A run on 3 hits for the Angels against Chris Tillman. A run on 2 for the Orioles so far against Jared Weaver, who has won 10 and dropped 6 this year. Weaver 123 victories in his career. Weaver fidgets with the baseball. Now the big guy stands tall. The 0-2 delivery on the way to the left-handed bat of Lowe, and Lowe takes it upstairs. That was the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Also on the SK out-of-town scoreboard, the Washington Nationals were beaten today 6-4 by the Colorado Rockies. Steven Strasburg, the loser, he drops to 7-8 on the year. Here it's a 1-1 ball game. Top of the 3rd, 2 out. Markakis following his RBI single at first base. The 1-2 offering to Lowe. Fly ball, pretty well hit to right center field. Trout racing back. He has it in range, backing toward the warning track, and then makes the grab for the final out. But the Orioles deadlock the ball game. Nick Markakis, the 2-out base hit to bring in Ryan Flaherty. We go to the bottom of the 3rd in Anaheim. Orioles 1, Angels 1 on the Orioles Radio Network. Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and Josh Hamilton to face Chris Tillman here in the bottom of the 3rd. Before he does, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Orioles Radio Network. Back in Anaheim now in a 1-1 ball game. Mike Trout singled and scored the Angels run back in the 1st. The pitch of the right-handed batting center fielder, all-star MVP downstairs. Ball 1. Major mistake made by Chris Iannetta. He was the final out last inning. Couple on base and Trout at the plate, and he was picked off at second base. And the delivery to Trout, high foul on a play off to the right side. 1-1. Mike Trout, 8 hits now over his last 25 at-bats. He homered last night. He's had 2 home runs over that 25 at-bat stretch. Over his last 56 games, 52 of his 76 runs knocked in. Straightaway stance for the big, speedy center fielder. And the delivery to the 22-year-old in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chris Tillman, 6'6", 200 pounds. From Anaheim, went to Fountain Valley High School, not too far from the Big A. 39 wins, 30 losses in the big leagues. And now the 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. He went after a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. I say swing and a miss. Actually a foul tip indicated by the home plate umpire, Hal Gibson. All even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout 1 for 3 in his at-bats against Tillman. Tillman lifetime 2 wins without a loss against the Angels. And now Trout pops it high in the air. Foul ground first base side. Drifting near the stands is Chris Davis, but that ball drifts well out of his reach. About 10, 11 rows out of his reach. Count remains 2-2. Tillman's got a good fastball. Good late life on that fastball tonight, as it's tending toward the mid-90s. And now Tillman, who possesses the great breaking ball as well, kicks and delivers to Trout, and Trout swings and pops it high into the air. That may have been the breaking ball. Third base side calling is Flaherty, and Ryan puts it away for out number 1. And they retire a dangerous hitter there. Albert Pujols picked up his 66th RBI with a single, his first at bat. He's DHing tonight after playing first base in the first 2 games of this 3-game set. Pujols 512 career home runs. Ernie Banks and Eddie Matthews sit with Pujols on that all-time home run list, 26. Here's the delivery to the right-handed batter, and this misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. That base hit by Pujols was his first. He's now 1 for 4 against Chris Tillman. Infield with 3 infielders to the third base side of the bag at second base. And now the Tillman delivery to Pujols. Another one in tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball at 92 from Chris. Albert Pujols, 4 hits over his last 22. That hit in the first inning to drive in the run was his first of the series. Here's a shot down the left side. Beyond the dive of Flaherty. Goes into the left field corner. Lowe tracking it down. Up with it quickly. The throw towards second base. Pujols goes in just before the throw gets there. A double for Pujols with 1 out. His 21st of the season. Now David Lowe really hustled after that ball in that left field corner. Pujols all the way thinking double. And Lowe, as that ball came off the padded wall out there, picked it up, fired to second base, but in before the tag put down by Jonathan Schoop was Pujols. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Josh Hamilton will step in. He had a dribbler, an infield hit his first at bat. Josh Hamilton, 3 hits so far in this series. And now Tillman looks back at Pujols at second base. Shift on to the right side this time. Fly ball, center field. Adam Jones will come in a few steps. Now back up and make the grab. Pujols will stay stationary at second base. 2 gone. Eric Ibar grounded out to the shortstop. His first at bat. Ibar switch hitter. The Orioles have held him in check. Ibar, an all-star. He's really got an outstanding season underway. 50 runs knocked in from that shortstop spot. Chris Tillman now having thrown 46 pitches in the ball game. We are in the bottom of the 3rd, even at a run apiece. Tillman looks back at Pujols, the runner at second base, and the delivery on the way, and Ibar takes it outside. Ball 1. Angels scored the first run. A Pujols single to drive in Trout in the first. And then after the Flaherty double, moving to third on a fly ball to right field, Nick Markakis, a 2-out RBI single in the top of this 3rd inning against Jared Weaver. The 1-0 delivery to the switch hitter, and the pitch on the way to Ibar outside again and low. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the Orioles after the game will head to LAX and then head north to Seattle for 4 games beginning tomorrow night. The Orioles will first see Iwakuma, then Hernandez, Young, and Elias for the M's rotation. 2-0 to Eric Ibar, and Ibar a 1 bouncer to Jonathan Schoop. Nice pickup, the 360 spin by the second baseman, throws to first. That's the inning. Stranded at second base, Pujols. We go to the 4th, 1-1 Orioles and the Angels on the Orioles Radio Network. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Orioles here against Weaver in this 1-1 ball game at the top of the 4th. Jones, Cruz, and Davis. Adam, a pop out to the second baseman in shallow right field, his first at bat. Adams had a couple of hits in 8 at bats in this series with a couple of home runs. On the road trip, 3 home runs and 9 knocked in through Oakland and Anaheim for Adam Jones. 19 home runs all the year, 63 driven in. A .297 batting mark for the American League starting all-star center fielder. So Weaver and Jones. Adam, as we mentioned, has homered against Weaver, that back last year in June. And the delivery to the Orioles center fielder. Adam shows bunt and then takes it downstairs for ball 1. All of a sudden, Freese, who was well back, a belated move toward the plate after Adam had squared. 1-0. Jones, 17th career at bats with 5 hits against Jared Weaver. And the big guy, a native Southern Californian, delivers to Adam. High fly ball. Well hit left field. Going back is Hamilton. Hamilton toward the wall, and just beneath the 390 sign reaches up and makes the grab. That was a rainmaker here in Southern California, something they need dearly. The Orioles would have liked to see that one travel into their bullpen, into the far corner of their bullpen, but not to be. Just a long fly ball out for Adam Jones. 1 gone. Nelson Cruz popped out in foul territory down the right side his first at bat. Nelson's got some interesting numbers against Weaver. This is his 68th at bat. He's had 15 hits, couple of home runs, and 20 strikeouts over the years. Angels and the Rangers, and that was the former team of Nelson Cruz. They played a lot of baseball against each other. And here's a swing and a foul ball back off the catcher, and that's why Cruz with those big at-bat numbers against Jared Weaver. Nelson DHing, continues his bit of a slide. 5 hits over his last 37 at-bats. And now the big, strong right-handed batter awaits the delivery from Weaver, who just drops the glove from his letters down toward the belt buckle. Now back again to read the sign from Iannetta. And the pitch on the way to Cruz. This one catches the knees for a strike. And Nelson does not like the call by Hal Gibson as he steps back, says something to the home plate umpire. He thought that pitch was out of the strike zone. He has that smile on his face like, how could that be a pitch be called a strike? 0-2 to Cruz. And the Weaver rock, kick, and delivery to Nelson. And this one low. No doubt about this one. It hit the dirt. Nelson watched it. Weaver's now thrown 45 pitches tonight. We're in the top of the fourth, a 1-1 ball game. 49 for Chris Tillman through his 3 innings of work so far. The 1-2 delivery to the Oriole cleanup hitter, and Nelson Cruz will swing and foul it out of play off to the right side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Washington Nationals, who began play today with 2 games ahead of Atlanta in the National League East, see that down to 1 game. Atlanta a winner, the Nats a loser today. The 1-2 pitch to Nelson, and Cruz watches it way outside. Iannetta has to move to his right side to block it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Atlanta beat Miami 6-1. Irvin Santana, the former Angel, improves to 9-6 this year, his first in the National League with the Braves. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Cruz, and there's that slow breaking ball. Nelson was tempted, but saw it would continue to slide away from the plate and let it go. And now full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Weaver's got to be around the dish somewhere, or else a possibility of a free pass. The 3-2 delivery to Cruz. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. And for Jared Weaver, that is strikeout number 2. 2 gone for the Orioles. Chris Davis was that first strikeout as he took a called 3rd strike on a fastball. KTBS Payroll and Kelly & Associates Insurance Group will donate $1,000 to the R. Adams Cali Shock Trauma Center every time an Orioles pitcher records a save this season. The first delivery to Chris, and Davis swings and misses in an off-speed delivery at 69, 0-1. And remember that money that the KTBS Payroll and Kelly & Associates Insurance Group donates will go a long way to help save more lives in our community. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. And the Weaver delivery to the Oriole first baseman, and Davis swings and lofts a foul back out of play off to the left side. Davis has had now 32 career at-bats against Weaver with 6 hits. Last inning, it was Chris Davis's slow roller toward the 3rd baseman at the time in the shortstop spot, Freeze, that started the Orioles on their way to 3 runs in the 6th. There's a swing and a miss at the pitch in the dirt, and that's strike 3 as Chris Davis strikes out once again. First time looking, this time swinging, the 116th time Chris has struck out this year. Back-to-back strikeouts for Weaver, Cruz, and Davis. A 1-2-3-4th for the Orioles against the right-hander. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1, Orioles and the Angels. Now, Howie Kendrick will lead off for the Angels. David Freese to follow, then Efrain Navarro against Chris Tillman. Chris, 49 pitches thrown for the first 3 innings. Given up a run on 4 hits. The Orioles have a run on 2 against Weaver. Nick Markakis with an RBI 2-out single to tie the ball game in the 3rd against Weaver. Angels scored their run in the 1st against Chris. And the first pitch downstairs and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Kendrick. 0 for 1 tonight. Kendrick 0 for 4 career-wise against Tillman. Kendrick had a great month of July until this series, and the pitch to the second baseman there at the knees for a strike. He'd been hitting .400 this month coming into this series, but so far 1 for 9, and came in hitting .378 during the month. Overall, Kendrick hitting .292. And the Tillman delivery to the second baseman misses down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kendrick 4 home runs, 44 driven in. Here's Tillman, the big right-hander, 6'6", 200 pounds on the way to Kendrick. Ball 3 down and away, and Tillman looking down at the landing area, looking at his spikes down there. A little bit awkward in the delivery. Good hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 4th inning. Final game. Orioles looking to sweep. And the 3-1 delivery. Kendrick toward the middle. Backhanded neatly by the second baseman. And that strong arm of Jonathan Schoop makes the play easy at first base. Hendrick gone. Kendrick 4-3. One second baseman retiring the other. Now David Freese grounded out to Jonathan Schoop, his first at bat. David Freese 1 for 5 with 3 walks in this series. 5 home runs overall for the Angels. 33 knocked in. One-time NLCS and World Series hero for the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitch outside, ball 1. Over his last 20 at-bats, 4 hits, including a home run. Freese, tall right-handed batter, and now swings late and fouls it out of play off to the right side. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball and the late swing to even it up 1-1. The Angels have been swept at home just 1 time this season, and that was the very first 3-game series of the year with the Seattle Mariners here in town. The 1-1 pitch, Freese, another fastball, another foul, this one straight back. A ball and 2 strikes. Last night, their second consecutive loss. They had not done that since the middle of June. But they've lost 3 of their last 4, and their run production has been down, and their team average has been down. And the 1-2 delivery to Freese, again, bounced toward Jonathan Schoop, who has to back up to play the bounce, throw to first, 2 gone. Another 4-3. Efrain Navarro will step in, a strikeout. His first at bat, the lone strikeout tonight for Chris Tillman. Navarro, couple of hits in 8 at bats. Both those hits coming last night, they were singles. Navarro has been on an elevator a couple of times between here and Salt Lake City. Hit well over 300 at the AAA level. Left-handed batter playing first base again tonight, or I should say tonight, with Pujols DHing. He'd been out in left field. Here's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Chris Iannetta would be next, but 2 Angels have been retired in the bottom of the 4th in this 1-1 ball game. The 0-1 pitch on the way up and in. And Navarro sees the count even at a ball and a strike. We mentioned who would be pitching for the Seattle Mariners in the upcoming 4-game series. For the Birds tomorrow night, Wei-Yin Chen. Friday night, Kevin Gausman. Saturday afternoon, Bud Norris. And then Miguel Gonzalez will work on the final game of this long road trip Sunday afternoon in Seattle. The 1-1 delivery, bouncer foul back to the netting. Pitch off speed at 77, and Navarro out in front with that swing, but just got a piece. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're all even. 1 run apiece in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chris Tillman, originally signed by the Seattle Mariners out of Fountain Valley High School. And the 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss, another off-speed delivery, and the cut through for strike 3. Second time Navarro has been a swinging strikeout victim. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th for Chris Tillman. We head to the 5th inning here at the Big A in Anaheim. Orioles 1, Angels 1 on the Orioles Radio Network. fifth inning has arrived here in this final game of the three-game set in Anaheim. It's a 1-1 ball game as we go to inning number 5. My pleasure to turn it back to Joe Angel.
All right, big boy, here we go. 1-1 ball game. Here's J.J., bottom of the order against Weaver. J.J. tonight 0 for 1. He popped to center. Pitch on the way to J.J. Good breaking ball for a called strike. Now, Weaver has now thrown 53 pitches. He's allowed 2 hits. And the 1 run. Here's the pitch. Hardy takes it low and outside. He's had 3 strikeouts. And in this game so far, he's had just 2 at-bats with a runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hardy hits it deep left. Backing up Hamilton. Reaching up and on the edge of the warning track to make the catch. Wow. J.J. just missed one there. Just like Adam Jones just missed one earlier. So twice tonight, Hamilton faded back, made the play on the warning track in left field. So J.J. is now 0 for 2, and here is Jonathan Schoop. Schoop, his first time up, he popped out. But Jonathan has had a very productive road trip. He has homered twice on this trip. And the pitch on the way. Schoop takes a ball. And somewhere from here looked pretty good. Jonathan, 8 home runs this season. And none of them at Camden Yards. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Little pop-up here. Near that first base duck back here toward the lower deck. And back about 8 rows. And Schoop now 1 ball and 1 strike. Yep, 8 home runs, all on the road. And all of them against right-hand pitching. Number 2 of those came in 1 game in Milwaukee. Second baseman, Schoop, at 230 pounds. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Ground ball on the ground at the high bar. Shortstop scoops it up and then guns across to get Schoop. And now with 2 outs, here's Ryan Flaherty. And Schoop might be the biggest second baseman in the game right now.
And if he ever develops any consistency at the plate, he could be a heck of a player. He could be an all-star player.
He's got pretty good range. He turns a phenomenal double play. He's got good power. I mean, the ball jumps off his bat, but he's going to have to develop some consistency offensively because you cannot make a living in the major leagues just being able to turn a double play. And now Flaherty takes inside for a ball. But boy, Fred, every once in a while you look at Schoop swing the bat, and the way the ball jumps off his bat, he's got that high ceiling. Weaver with a 1-0 delivery, and Flaherty takes a breaking ball a little bit low.
Well, he has third baseman, first baseman type power.
Yep.
And, yeah, if he could ever hit a little bit more, well, let's just say get some base hits a little bit more often and hit that power a little bit more with consistency, that's the upside is great.
There's the 2-0 delivery to Flaherty. Another breaking ball in there for a call strike. Well, the thing about Schoop, it's surprising. Remember, he's a right-hand hitter. He's hit about 190 against left-hand pitching, so he's going to have to learn to hit left-hand pitching. It's to his advantage. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and there's a fly ball going to be caught. Trout out there in medium deep center. Under it to make the catch, and against Weaver gets him 1, 2, 3, and since he gave up that RBI single to Nick Markakis back in the 3rd inning, he has retired 7 in a row. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 1-1 game on the Orioles radio network. All right, hello again, baseball fans. Joe Angel, Fred Manfred back in Anaheim, and here we go. Here come the Angels. Bottom of the 5th inning. Got up at 1-1. And fans, time is running out to back your Birds during the second half of the season. You can enjoy Major League savings by reserving your Birdland Summer Six-Pack. You get a ticket to any one of 6 games of your choice remainder of the season, and savings up to 20% off the cost of single-game tickets. As Tillman delivers to Iannetta here in the 5th, and there's a slicing foul off to the right. So again, that Birdland Summer Six-Pack, you can lock in the seats right now. For details, get on Orioles.com/six-pack. or call 888-848-BIRD. Ionetta digs in. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And just off the outside corner, Ionetta with a check swing. Ionetta, his first at bat, got a base on balls. And then, boy, did he sin. Because eventually he got up to second base. Ground ball hit hard, Flaherty at third. He's got it. And then Ryan to Davis to get the out. One away here in the fifth. But again, Ionetta back in the second inning. With 2 outs, you got to walk. And then Calhoun singled into second base. So there he was, and the Angels were looking pretty good there because they had runners on first and second with 2 outs, and they had Mike Trout coming up to hit. And Tillman was in some difficulty there. But then, wouldn't you know it, Tillman and J.J. Hardy got together on a timing play, and they picked Ionetta off at second base. And now Calhoun takes a breaking ball low and inside. And that was the 3rd out. And that prevented Mike Trout to hit with 2 men on base. And that is a gift. Calhoun digs in. And now Tillman. He delivers 1-0. Fastball fouled away. That'll be out of play. Hey, fans, you know AT&T covers more than 99% of all Americans, and that makes it easy for you to connect with family and friends. AT&T, time to rethink possible. Cole Calhoun out there, 1 ball, 1 strike. We're tied up 1-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Calhoun, a left-hand hitter. Chris Tillman, thus far, thrown 67 pitches. And number 68 is inside to Calhoun. And on deck is Mike Trout. That'd be a good idea to get Calhoun. With Mike Trout, you never know. 1-1 game in the 5th. Tillman looks in, says yes. And the slender right-hander, he delivers. And a changeup low and outside the ball. On the SK scoreboard today, Tampa Bay, they won again. That's amazing. They beat the Cardinals again. They beat them 3-0. And the right-hander, Alex Cobb, had a very interesting game. I mean, first of all, Cobb, in the game, he went 7 innings, gave up no runs, only 5 hits. He had 10 strikeouts. There's a ground ball. Davis knocks it down with a backhand. He'll retrieve it. And then the feed to Tillman, and Tillman didn't catch it. And so Calhoun is safe at first base on what should have been an out. Davis, with a backhand, knocked it down. The ball trickled away, but then he pounced on it. Now Tillman did a good job to get to the bag at first base. Davis with the underhand toss, and Tillman just did not catch it. If he had, they had him.
And that was Chris's drop there. And I mean Tillman, not Chris. The Oriole first baseman Davis.
Let's see how they rule that. I would imagine that's going to be an error. And I would imagine it'll be an error on Tillman. But we'll let you know. Either way, Calhoun is at first base. And now Tillman has to contend with Mike Trout. Worked out up at 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the right-hander again ready. Tillman, he delivers. Trout takes good breaking ball for a called strike. But again about Cobb, he had the 10 strikeouts in 7 innings. And he winds up the winning pitcher. And offensively, early in that game, Cobb was hit by a fastball. And it got him on the tip of his right elbow, his throwing elbow. And boy, he went down like a sniper got him. But he was able to stay in the game and came back and pitched very well. And then later in the game offensively, he got a base hit. And as Fred told you, when he got that base hit, he became the first Cobb to get a base hit in the major leagues since Ty Cobb himself. Amazing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Trout takes it low.
And indeed, that error charged to Chris Tillman.
Trout tonight, 1 for 2. Infield single, a run scored, and a pop-up. Right-hander against right-hander. Mike Trout, very difficult to double up. He can fly. Flaherty backed up way behind third base. And now Tillman at the belt. And he will deliver. Low to fastball. So Tillman trying to keep that ball down. And really the only way he can double up Mike Trout is if he hits the ball on the ground hard right at somebody. And on deck is Pujols, who tonight has gone 2 for 2. So Tillman right now being tested. 1-1 game in the 5th. Trout cocks the bat. The count 2-1. Tillman at the belt. He delivers. Trout takes in the dirt. That time with a breaking ball. So now 3-1 to Mike Trout, and the plot thickens. Trout, 24 home runs, 76 RBIs. He's hit this season about .340 with runners in scoring position. Of course, with Mike Trout, if you're at first base, you're in scoring position. And now Trout back in. Big, stocky, strong right-hand hitter. Tillman again sets. He delivers. And a strike. He picked up the outside corner. Looks like Tillman that time got a very generous call. And Trout, unlike Monday, this time he says nothing. But you know what? That's a strike. That's a good pitch. The catcher set up inside. And Hundley had to reach back to backhand that pitch, but it caught a lot of the plate.
Yeah, from our view, that's why it looked like it was off the plate.
Yep. Good call. So 3-2, and that's why Trout didn't say anything. And now the 3-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Ball 4. That ball hit the dirt. So now the plot really thickens because Pujols is coming up now. And so far tonight against Tillman, Pujols in 2 at-bats has just demolished the baseball. He's had a single, but a single that knocked in a run from first base. A single that hit the scoreboard in right center. And then in the 3rd inning, he doubled on a ball hit extremely hard inside the bag at third. So let's just say that tonight Tillman has not fooled Albert Pujols. And now he's out there with 2 aboard and only 1 out in the 5th in a 1-1 game. Pujols, who now has knocked in this season 66 runs. So here we go. Tillman will try to make some good pitches. Now he's going to back off the rubber, and he wants Hundley to go through the signs again.
In case you're thinking about it, he hasn't into a team-high 14 double plays.
Yeah, that's the thing about Pujols. If he does hit the ball on the ground, he does not run well at all. Here comes the pitch. And a good breaking ball gets ahead. That's a called strike. And Pujols coming into this game had just 2 hits in his last 20 at-bats. So he had been tailing off just a bit, but again tonight twice he has hit the ball extremely hard. And now back in. And Tillman takes a look, says yes. And here it comes. Little breaking ball, he bounces it, and Hundley kept it right there. Albert Pujols, who is now chasing Ted Williams on the all-time home run list. Pujols has 512. Ted Williams is at 521. And I don't think he's going to hit any more. So Pujols trying to catch him. When he does, he'll be 21st on the all-time list. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Little chopper. Slowly hit Flaherty. Charging. Has to go to first. He does to get Pujols. He's out by about 4 steps. So now with 2 outs, the Angels have runners on 2nd and 3rd. And now here's Hamilton. And you have Ibar, a switch hitter, coming up to hit next. So this is, for Tillman, a very interesting situation with first base open. Hamilton, of course, extremely dangerous. But Eric Ibar is a guy who is having an all-star season and a guy who's a lot more likely to put the ball in play. So I'm sure Tillman will go after Hamilton, despite the danger. 1-1 game. Tillman at the belt. And he delivers. And this one low and outside for a ball. Now the shift is on. which means that Ryan Flaherty is the only infielder to the left of second base, and he's out there halfway between second and third, which enables Calhoun to take a humongous lead off the bag at third base. So in this situation, even on a short ball that's in the dirt, if it does get away, Calhoun might be able to score. And now the 1-0 delivery popped him up into center, and that ball is going to be caught. Adam Jones is there. He's going to make the catch, and Tillman survives the fifth. And the Angels leave runners on second and third, and it's a 1-1 game as we head to the sixth inning on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hello, Bill.
All right, here we go. Nick Hundley leads off in the sixth. We got a 1-1 game here on the West Coast. Nice to have you aboard. Back with the play-by-play. Let's get back to Fred Mims.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. Since the tying single with 2 out in the third by Nick Markakis, 7 in a row now retired by Jared Weaver, who's thrown 62 pitches in this 1-1 ball game. And Weaver against Nick Hundley. Hundley a fly ball to right, his first at bat, and the Oriole catcher watches a sweeping breaking ball in there for a strike. 70 miles an hour with that delivery to the right-handed batter. Hundley hitting .218, and the pitch to Nick. He pops him up behind the plate. Iannetta will discard the mask, waiting, and making the catch. So the catcher retires his Orioles counterpart. And 0 for 2 now is Nick Hundley. 8 in a row set down by Weaver, as the foul pop to the catcher is out number 1 in the sixth. Nick Markakis knocking in his 33rd run of the year. Big 2-out base hit, scoring Ryan Flaherty back in the third. Angels had scored a run in the first against Chris Tillman. Nick Markakis came in hitting .291, 1 point up on that average at .292 now. He had been 0 for his last 7 prior to that base hit. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, and the delivery to the right fielder, strike at the knees. Markakis backs out of the box. Again, off speed at 77. That's what Weaver does. He does not overpower you, but mixes the speeds. And the 1-strike delivery way outside. That one was at 87. 1-1 to Nick. Markakis 8 hits over his last 23 at-bats. And the tall, lanky right-hander on the way to the Oriole right fielder. Markakis will watch a strike at the knees, a fastball, and I don't think Nick agrees, as he just stands there looking down at the inner portion of that plate and then looks back at the home plate umpire Hal Gibson before stepping out of the box. And you could see by the look on the face he was not in agreement with that call. The 1-ball 2-strike pitch to Markakis from Weaver. And a bouncer to the right side. Kendrick moves over there. Off balance throw to first. They get Nick by a step and a half. Make that 9 straight now put down by Weaver. 2 outs in the sixth. David Lowe getting a rare start. 0 for 2. He ground out and a fly ball to center field, and he hit that ball pretty well. But Trout had plenty of room to make the grab. Lowe, the left-handed batting speedster, has had a couple of home runs as an Oriole. This is his 69th game, but many of those defensive replacements late in the ball game. Line drive, right field. That drops in for the base hit. Charging is Calhoun, rounding first, headed for second, and now stopping as he makes that big turn at first is David Lowe with 2 down. After 9 straight put down by Weaver, the humpback line drive toward right field off the bat of David Lowe for the base hit. And that brings up Adam Jones, who is 0 for 2. He hit one deep to left field just beneath the 390 sign that Josh Hamilton put away back in the 4th inning.
Now, Fred, here's that situation where David Lowe can take over a game in a 1-1 game here in the 6th inning. He can steal a base with 2 outs to get himself in a scoring position, but at the same time, he's got to be careful to make sure to give Adam Jones a chance to swing the bat. So if he does take off, he's got to make sure he makes it to second base and not take the bat out of Adam's hands.
And Lowe right now in that sprinter's pose, heading towards second base, but not running just yet. Quick throw to first, and the throw is over there high to Navarro.
This is why Buck Showalter likes David Lowe on the ball club. For what he gives you defensively, and what it gives you offensively once he does get on base.
And now you know Weaver's got that in the back of his mind. He's got to divide his concentration between the hitter, Jones, a dangerous hitter, and the speedster at first base, Lowe, who's had 5 steals and 8 attempts. The first baseman holding. Quick throw over there again. This time a little closer on that tag down by Navarro, but back easily is David Lowe.
And if you have the speed of David Lowe and you force a couple of throws like that, it's almost like forcing the opposing pitcher to make 2 extra pitches.
Because those throws were not just lob tosses over there.
They were hard.
Jones awaiting the first pitch. The delivery on the way to Adam. Outside. Quick throw down to first base by Iannetta, and diving back to the bag headlong. Low. Count 1 ball and no strikes to Adam.
Boy, you can tell David Lowe's got the Angels' attention, can't you?
Yes. Iannetta ready to throw from behind the plate. Weaver trying to keep him close by throwing over from the pitcher's mound. That's what I talked about, the divided attention that a runner like that causes for the pitcher. Weaver fidgets with the ball in the small in the back before standing tall. Now he stands tall and sets. Adam awaits the 1-0 delivery. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball just off the plate outside. Iannetta trying to frame it, but it missed. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, this might be a good time to run because you know they're not going to pitch out.
Nelson Cruz waiting on deck, and Adam Jones, who has hit 3 home runs and driven in 9 so far on this road trip, awaits the 2-ball, no strike offering. Lowe with his 2-out base hit will draw another throw to first base. Wayne Kirby well out of the box. In fact, he's almost maybe 4 yards from the bag at first base, helping his base runner as the Oriole first base coach.
Wayne Kirby could have caught that throw.
Yeah, I think so. He's really out of that box. 2 balls, no strikes to Adam. Lowe with his lead at first base. Pitch on the way to Jones. Slow breaking ball in there for a strike.
It was.
Oh, my goodness. 70 miles per hour coming in there, and Adam just watched it go by.
It just got there.
See? Good location on the outer portion, but it was up. And Jones, I think, fooled by the speed of the pitch.
It's amazing the similarity between Jared Weaver and Matt Shoemaker, Monday starter for the Angels.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. Lowe goes. There's the pitch to Jones. The throw down to second base, not in time. And Lowe, with the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, is in scoring position, representing what would be the go-ahead run. A 2-ball, 2-strike count to Adam Jones. That's the 6th steal and 9 attempts for David Lowe. For the Orioles, their 29th of the year. And now he is at second base.
Well, give Adam Jones some credit because he took a strike to enable Lowe to steal second base.
And so Adam now with a chance to give the Orioles the lead here in the 6th inning. Lowe from second base. Weaver, the long look in. Still fidgets with that baseball. Has yet to set. Now he does. Righty to righty. Lowe at second. 2 down. The delivery on the way to Jones from Weaver. And Adam swings and loops it into shallow right field. Base hit. Lowe will round third. The Orioles have the lead as he comes in to score. Again with 2 outs, the Orioles strike. David Lowe, a single into right field, steals second base, and Adam Jones picks up his 64th RBI, looping it out over the infield with a 2-out base hit. And the Orioles take the lead 2-1.
Well, there you go, some ABC baseball right there. That is how it's drawn up. And David Lowe with that speed to get himself into scoring position. And again, Adam Jones took a strike to run the count to 2-2 to give himself an RBI situation. And even though he did not hit the ball hard, he found a hole out there.
And now Nelson Cruz, who is 0 for 2, steps in and a throw over to first base. Adam Jones this year, 6 steals. He's perfect in that steal department this year, 6 for 6. So Weaver, who had retired 9 in a row before that soft single to right field by Lowe, now has given up back-to-back 2-out hits and delivery to Cruz. A strike at the knees. Fastball at 88. Nelson Cruz now 3 for his last 22 and just 5 for his last 38. Nelson Cruz out of the box adjusting the batting gloves.
That's the second time tonight, Fred. Nelson Cruz has been very unhappy with that plate umpire.
Well, we've seen a few of those looks to Hal Gibson, the guy calling the balls and strikes. Adam hands on knees with his lead at first base. Quick throw over there, and a high throw by Weaver. Shoulders high to Navarro, and Jones back getting there very easily. Weaver takes the big breath on the hill. Now he has to go to work on Nelson Cruz with one strike. Jones again with the lead at first base. A pretty good sized lead, and the pitch to Nelson, strike at the knees. And Cruz fouls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 gone, a run in. The Orioles lead at 2-1 as they're looking for a sweep here in Anaheim. Yeah, the Orioles have not had a sweep here at the Big A since August of 2010, but still a lot of baseball to play. Weaver 0-2 to Cruz. 2 out. Jones at first, and the delivery to Nelson just off the plate. And the fans groaning with the call, but it was off the plate. 1-2 to the Orioles' designated hitter. Nelson Cruz, a couple of hits in this series. Open stance. Third base side box. Again, Jones has his lead at first base. The Orioles with a 2-out run here in the 6th to grab the 2-1 lead. And now the delivery on the way to Cruz, way inside, a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Blue Jays won. The Yankees won a rain-shortened affair. Toronto beat Boston. The Yankees over Texas. So the Orioles, in order to maintain their 4-game lead over both, must win tonight. And right now they're leading 2-1 here in the 6th. Cruz, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones at first base, 2 out, another throw over. And so far this inning, with 2 down and then Lowe getting on base, drawing several throws over by Weaver. Now Jones on base following his RBI base hit, attracting the attention of the big right-hander with several throws over to first base. Jared Weaver ready to deal. Pitch on the way. There goes Adam, and a swing and a miss and a slow breaking ball upstairs for strike 3. But the Orioles strike. Weaver had retired 9 consecutive Orioles. David Lowe singled, stole second, and scores on an Adam Jones base hit to right field. Nelson Cruz strikes out for the final out. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Tillman will have a 1-run, 2-1 lead over the Angels on the Orioles radio network. Next Wednesday, when the Orioles meet the Angels at Oriole Park, the first 10,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles tote bag presented by MLB Network. Back your Orioles during the second half of the season and enjoy a great night out of Orioles baseball. For tickets, visit Orioles.com or call 888-848-BIRD. 2-1 Orioles with the lead now. A 2-out base hit by Adam Jones, scoring David Lowe in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Squaring, showing bunt is Ibar. He pulls back and takes a strike. Ibar's hit the ball on the ground twice, once to the shortstop J.J. Hardy, and out. The other time to Jonathan Scope, also an out. Ibar hitting .278, high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 left by the Orioles. They've committed a couple of errors tonight. A run on 4 hits and 6 stranded by the Angels against Tillman. And the pitch to Ibar, it's over the plate but low. Out of respect for the Ibar speed and the fact he might put the ball down via the bunt. Third baseman Ryan Flaherty standing on the grass, third base side. Ibar, switch hitter, awaiting the delivery from Chris, and Ibar swings and lifts a foul out of play off to the left side. 2-2 now. Howie Kendrick and then David Freese for the Angels. The Angels 2 games behind Oakland. Last night, the former Oriole L.J. Hose, remember he was part of the deal that brought the Orioles Bud Norris. He hit a home run in extra innings, and here's a pitch inside, and it hits Eric Ibar. Not a good idea. You get the 1-run lead, and then the leadoff man is on via the hit batsman. That's the 4th time Chris has done that this year, hitting a batter. But L.J. in extra innings in Oakland helped Houston beat the Athletics last night. And right now, up in Oakland, the Athletics and the Astros are in the bottom of the 5th inning with Oakland leading 7-1. Lowry and Cespedes have hit home runs tonight. Lowry his 5th, Cespedes numbers 15 and 16. Howie Kendrick, he has grounded out twice tonight. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, runner at first base, Ibar with good speed. The pitch to Kendrick, fastball outside, 1-0. Chris Tillman, 86 pitches thrown so far. Nobody out in the 6th. Orioles scoring single runs in the 3rd and the 6th. The Angels scored a run in the 1st, nothing since against Chris. Kendrick will not receive the throw, but a throw over to first base. Diving back is Ibar. Ibar has attempted 17 steals with 11 thefts. The Angels run far more than the Orioles do. They have stolen 58 bases this year while being caught 23 times. The Orioles 29 thefts, 11 caught. A quick throw again over to first base, and diving back is Eric Ibar. Howie Kendrick, 44 runs knocked in. Over his last 23 at-bats, he's had 7 hits, hitting .291 on the year. He's had a very good month of July until he's run into Oriole pitching here. He is just 1 for 10 against the Orioles. And the pitch on the way to Kendrick at breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Evens things up at a ball and a strike. Right-handed batter Freeze waits on deck. Nothing doing throwing wise in the Oriole bullpen, but with that pitch count now at 88, some of the guys out there standing and kind of limbering up just in case. Tillman looking in, gets the sign from Hundley. Ibar at first, and here's the delivery on the way to Howie Kendrick. Kendrick swings and fouls it off the mask of Hundley. Now Chris Tillman jumps ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. And tomorrow night, the final stop of this 3-city tour for the Orioles post All-Star game. Orioles dropped 2 of 3 in Oakland. They've won the first 2 here in Anaheim and lead 2-1 in the 6th. But 4 games on tap in Seattle against the Mariners, who are the 3rd place team in the American League West. And thinking about a postseason spot. 1-2 to Howie Kendrick. Ibar from first base. Kendrick with a pitch upstairs. Looked like Chris tried to throw the breaking ball and didn't have the grip that he would like, and it just stayed high. 2-2. Howie Kendrick yet to step back into the batter's box, now does. Kendrick 0 for 5 lifetime against Chris. Ibar started the inning being hit by a pitch. He's at first base, nobody down. And the delivery on the way to Howie Kendrick. He hits a high foul out of play off to the right side. A pitch up and in. And Kendrick shoots it down the right field side and stays alive at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll be giving you an ID here momentarily as Kendrick will await the 2-2 offering once again. Kendrick steps on the bag at first. Now takes his lead. Hands on knees with that lead. And the Tillman offering on the way to Kendrick. Hard shot between third and short into left field. A base hit. Stopping at second base is Ibar. A hit batsman and now a single to start this bottom of the 6th for the Angels. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Orioles radio network. Well, almost time to say good morning to you back east. Few minutes before midnight. Fred Manfra, Joe Angel, Casey Willett welcoming you to late night baseball on the radio from Southern California. 2-1, the Orioles currently lead. However, the Angels threatening here in the bottom of the 6th. Ideal time for that double play ball that Chris would love to induce. A hit batsman and a single, runners at first and second for the Angels. David Freese has grounded out twice to Jonathan Scope. Right-handed batting third baseman. And Tillman's offering to Freese. Catches the corner on the outside at the knee. Strike 1. Good fastball at 91. Tillman now 93 pitches. Big, strong right-hander. 7 wins, 5 losses. Is unbeaten on the road this year. This is his 13th start. He is 6-0, but in some hot water right now in the bottom of the 6th. And the Tillman delivery to Freese. Catches the corner again. Strike 2. 90 miles an hour with that one. Freeze looking back at home plate umpire Hal Gibson. And Gibson with a good call just on the outer edge. 2 strikes. So far tonight, Tillman with just a couple of strikeouts. He's ahead 2 strikes to Freeze, and the delivery to the third baseman a little bit high. Again, fastball at 93. 1-2. Ibar's speed is at second base. Kendrick at first. Angel fans trying to help their team along here in the bottom of the 6th. Orioles with the 2-1 lead. Angels now out hitting the Orioles 5-4. They have stranded 6 so far tonight. The Orioles 2. The 1-ball 2-strike pitch from Tillman on the way to Freeze. Strike 3 called. Fastball catches the outer corner. 3rd strikeout tonight for Chris Tillman. Opportune time for that big K. Now 1 gone. Runners at first and second.
I'll tell you what, for David Freeze on the at-bat, never saw anything but a fastball. He saw 4 fastballs. The 3rd one easily could have been called strike 3. So you get the feeling Freeze on the at-bat was sitting there looking for a breaking ball somewhere. He never got it.
And in the previous at-bats, he was late on just about everything he was swinging at. So they go fastball, 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 and get him, strike him out. Here's Navarro, the left-handed batter. Navarro has struck out twice swinging. He was the first 2 strikeouts of the night for Chris. Now runners at first and second, 1 down for the Angels. Left-handed batting first baseman Navarro. This one outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think I just saw Brad Brock out there getting loose. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a big guy out. Yeah, it looks like him.
Okay.
You know, those guys out there had been limbering up early in this inning just in case, and now 97 pitches thrown by Chris Tillman. Navarro, no home runs, 5 knocked in. And Tillman looks back at Ibar at second base. Kendrick has his lead at first. The delivery to Navarro is over the plate but low. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Navarro has been up and down several times this year from AAA, where he was hitting .326. He knocked in 50 runs for the Salt Lake City Bees, hitting 4 home runs. So far yet to hit a home run at the big league level with 5 RBI. This is his 22nd game wearing that Angels uniform. 2-0 to the left-handed batting first baseman. Runners at first and second, 1 down, and the pitch to Navarro pops him foul out of play off to the left side. And Navarro with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And the next pitch will be the century mark tonight for Chris Tillman. Tillman in the 6th inning has retired 1 batter. He's gotten the lead in the top of the inning, a 2-out base hit by David Lowe. Lowe then stole second, and Adam Jones brought him in with a loop base hit into right field to give the Orioles the 1-run advantage they currently enjoy. But the Angels threatening here. Ibar hit by a pitch, Kendrick a single, then the called strike 3 to Freeze, and now a 2-1 count to Navarro. And the right-hander on the way to the left-handed bat, and Navarro takes a pitch up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chris Iannetta, the right-handed batting catcher, is on deck. 3-1. Good hitters count. Last night Navarro had a couple of singles in the ball game. There's only 2 hits in this series, 2 for 9. Now Navarro taps the barrel end of the bat on the plate. Ibar has his lead at second base. Kendrick from first. Chris Tillman's 3-1 pitch on the way to the left-handed batter. Navarro swings and hits a 1-hopper off the glove of Chris Davis to Jonathan Scope, who throws to first. They get the out at first base. The runners advance to second and third. Davis tried the backhand Olay on that 1-hopper, but right behind him, fortunately for the Orioles, with Jonathan Scope, who fielded and then threw to first to get the second out. That ball hit off the heel of the glove as Davis tried to pick it up, but Chris, after having that ball bounce off the glove, recovered in time to get to the bag at first to cover it. It goes 3-4-3, but 2 in scoring position now for Chris Iannetta. And Iannetta tonight has walked, been picked off in a key situation at second base with Trout at the plate and 2 down, and grounded out to third.
Well, if you're a hitter, all you can do is hit the ball hard. Navarro did, but it's an out.
And now Ionetta, a veteran right-handed batting catcher, awaits a delivery from Chris, and Ionetta swings and fouls it back at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1.
And now for the Angels in this game are 0 for 8 with a runner in scoring position.
Well, the Angels have not been hitting since the All-Star break. The team with the most runs scored in Major League Baseball really been shut down. They've scored just 16 runs since the All-Star break. And we would like to keep it that way right here. One strike to Ionetta, the ninth place hitter. And Ionetta swings line drive right field. Nick is there. A couple of steps in. He makes the grab, and Tillman works out of the jam. Chris allowed the first two runners to reach, but with runners at second and third and two down, Ionetta lines DeMarcakis, the right fielder. That's the inning. The Angels have now stranded 8 in this ball game. We go to the 7th inning. Still Orioles 2, Angels 1 on the Orioles Radio Network. And fans, tonight as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and the Orioles right now lead 2-1 against the team with the second best record in baseball coming into this series. The Episcopal Churches of Maryland want you to keep the faith about tonight's ball game and the season. Visit episcopalmaryland.org to find a church near you and keep the faith. Chris Davis, couple of at-bats, couple of strikeouts, and the delivery to the big first baseman from Weaver. Soft stuff down and away. First at bat, he looked at a strike 3. Second at bat, a swinging strike 3. 116 strikeouts now for Chris. His average at 199, and the left-handed batting first baseman sweeps a foul off to the right side. And Nelson Cruz standing at that protective wall, that fence in front of the Oriole dugout, almost caught that ball as it bounced and skipped over the top of that little fencing. 1-1 to Davis. Shift on for the Angels. Second baseman in shallow right field. Now Chris breaks his bat, loops it towards shallow right field, and in as it went out over the second baseman. Kendrick in front of Cole Calhoun on a broken bat. Davis leads off the 7th inning with a base hit. Now Chris, now 5 for his last 21. And here's J.J. Hardy, his last at bat, sent left fielder Josh Hamilton deep, but Hamilton had room to make the catch in left field. Now J.J., who is 0 for 2, will step in. He's hit the ball in the air twice tonight. Center fielder Mike Trout took care of the first fly ball back in the second, and then that deep drive in the 5th was caught by Hamilton. Here's the pitch to J.J. Here's a strike at the knees. Hardy 2 for 19 lifetime now against Weaver. 2-1 Orioles. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Each team with 5 hits. 8 left by the Angels so far, 2 by the Orioles. Orioles have committed a couple of errors tonight. Throw over to first base. Davis back standing. So Chris with the broken bat beats the shift with that ball dropping between the second baseman out on shallow right field and the right fielder. He is at first, nobody down. And Weaver's 84th pitch of the night on the way to Hardy. Big chopper toward third base. Freeze will field it in foul territory as that ball hit the plate. The Baltimore chop there. A foul ball. 2 strikes to Hardy. Jared Weaver continues to mix the speeds on his fastball, his breaking balls. And J.J. Hardy gets the bat. Now goes into the box, third base side. Chris has the lead at first base. Not a big one. And the delivery on the way to J.J. and awfully close, but he takes it inside. 1-2. Hardy started the hands and stopped. And that was a pitch that could have gone either way. Weaver with that runner at first and nobody down delivers 1 ball 2 strikes to J.J. Hardy, and Hardy on a slow breaking ball swings and misses and does a 360 after the swing in the third base side batter's box. 5th strikeout for Jared Weaver. 1 gone. Jonathan Scope has popped out and grounded out. Chris Tillman has thrown 103 pitches tonight through his 6 innings of work, allowing just 1 run. Escaped that jam last inning with runners at second and third and 2 down. Got Iannetta on a fly ball to right field. The Angels have had difficulty scoring runs since the All-Star break, fortunately. Here's a swing and a miss, another slow breaking ball, and this one at 69. And Jonathan Schoop wrenches his back with that cut for strike 1. Schoop has hit a couple of home runs on this road trip. One in Oakland, a 2-run shot, the 2-run home run here last night. He's had 3 hits and 17 at-bats. Jonathan awaits the delivery from Weaver with Chris Davis at first and 1 out. Schoop again will take a pitch coming in off speed. 69 with that delivery, and it catches the inside corner. Inside corner at the belt. 0-2. So Schoop finds himself in the hole, and Tommy Hunter, Orioles hard-throwing right-hander in the bullpen. Lob toss to first base. Chris Davis is back. Under the watchful eye of the Oriole bullpen coach, Dom Chiti. Here's Tommy warming out there. Now Weaver, pitch number 89 tonight. 0-2 to Jonathan. Chris at first. The pitch to Schoop. At the knees. Strike 3 called. The fastball. 3 pitches. Schoop saw a pitch at 70, then 69, then the 88-mile-an-hour fastball, and he is gone. Right at the kneecaps for that strike. Back-to-back strikeouts, 6 on the night for Jared Weaver. Ryan Flaherty, he doubled back in the 3rd and later scored on the Nick Markakis single that tied the ball game in the 3rd inning. And the Orioles grabbed the lead in the 6th on the Adam Jones base hit. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, breaking ball, strike 1. It was up in the zone, but Ryan let it go by. Flaherty once again at third base. Last night the late scratch of Manny Machado, and Ryan played the hot corner. Did an admirable job, as he usually does. Tonight back at third base. The 0-1 delivery from the right-hander Weaver. Bounced toward the middle, but positioned perfectly as Ibar. He will take the ball. The shortstop runs to the bag at second, touches it for the final out. The leadoff single does not come back to harm Jared Weaver as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Orioles on top 2-1 on the Orioles Radio Network. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the 7th inning sponsored by Jiffy Lube. Change more than your oil. Change your life. Visit Jiffy Lube before September 1st to support the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Donate $3 and get a coupon book with over $100 in savings. Jiffy Lube. Drive in today. Well, that's it for Chris Tillman, as Tommy Hunter comes out of the Orioles bullpen to work the bottom of the 7th. And Tommy, along with Darren O'Day, have those long scoreless streaks intact. Hunter has not allowed a run in his last 12 appearances over 14 innings. Darren O'Day, 12 appearances, 13 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. For Tommy, this is game number 35. Remember, he began the season as the Orioles closer. Didn't work out. Zach Britton has done a marvelous job inheriting that role. Hunter with a 3.78 ERA, 33 1/3 innings, 25 strikeouts, 34 hits allowed. And 3 home runs given up by the burly right-hander from Indiana. The left-handed bat of Calhoun takes the first pitch at the knees, 96 miles an hour in there for a strike 1. Chris Tillman, 6 innings, 1 run. It was earned, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, couple of walks. He was hit a batsman, and he threw 103 pitches. And he leaves with a 2-1 lead. So it's up to the pen here. And the 1-strike delivery, it's in the dirt to Calhoun. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, in Oakland, the big right-hander Chris Tillman left with the lead, a 4-2 lead, but in the end, the bullpen gave it up, and it was a 5-4 Oakland victory as they scored 3 times in the bottom of the 9th inning. That was the first game post All-Star break. Breaking ball for a strike. 1-2 now to Calhoun. Calhoun had a base hit and reached on an error and hit a comebacker in his 3 trips to the plate previously, all against Chris Tillman. And it's Mike Trout and Albert Pujols. Calhoun, the right fielder for Mike Scioscia, awaits the delivery. 1-2 from Tommy Hunter, and Hunter's delivers, fly ball, center field. Adam Jones has it tracked easily. Adam back a bit and to his right, one gone. Now here's Mike Trout. Mike Trout has had 4 at-bats facing Tommy Hunter without a base hit. A strikeout, a walk, and then it'll be Albert Pujols for the Angels. Mike Trout tonight, an infield hit, a pop out, and a walk. Last night, Trout homered for his 24th of the year. 76 runs knocked in. The pitch to the big guy, a little bit high, 1-0. Trout, over his last 26 at-bats, has had 8 hits, including 2 home runs. On the year, Trout hitting .310. The delivery to the center fielder there for a strike at 98. 1-1 to the All-Star and the most valuable player of that American League victory over the National League in the Twin Cities last week. Trout with a 1-1 strikeout, 1 out, and Tommy Hunter on the way inside at 96, and Trout has to get back out of the way of that heater. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trout stands fairly straight in that third base side batter's box, stands tall, and the pitch on the way to the right-handed batter down and away. 3-1. Dangerous count now to Mike Trout. Tommy gets the throw back, rubs up the baseball, looks out towards center field, and now he is ready to go as he toes the slab right in the middle of the pitcher's rubber. Gets the sign from Mick Hundley. And now Tommy Hunter to deal. 3-1 to Mike Trout. Pitch on the way, and Trout takes a pitch inside for ball 4. Trout looked down, Hunter looked in, and the arm did not go up from the home plate umpire. So Tommy has retired a batter, now walked a batter, and Albert Pujols, who's not had a hit in his career, just 3 at-bats against Tommy, will step in. Pujols with a strikeout. Now Mike Trout is a big kid, but he has a lot of speed. Remember, 49 steals in 2012, then last year 33. This year he has not been running as much. 10 steals so far this year, but he has not been caught. He has the lead at first base. Hunter with 1 out on the way to Albert Pujols. There goes Trout. Bouncer right back to Hunter. Second for 1. The throw to first. Double play. Nicely done. Tommy Hunter flagging that hard hit ball. It bounced to the first base side of the mound. Hunter got it. With Trout running, they got him at second base, and then the strong throw at first from Jonathan Scope on to Chris Davis, and that is the inning for the Angels. Orioles still with the lead. We go to the 8th inning here in Anaheim. Orioles 2, Angels 1 on the Orioles Radio Network. Tommy Hunter and the Orioles turning a blazing fast double play to retire Trout at second, and then get Pujols easily at first base to get out of that bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th inning. Weaver's pitched a good ball game, but the Orioles lead it 2-1. We go to Joe Angel.
Jared Weaver, thank you, Fred. 91 pitches. He's out there again, and there's a high fly ball hit to deep left center, but Mike Trout is over, and on 1 pitch, Hundley is retired. So 1 away in the 8th inning. And now the top of the order, Nick Markakis. Right-hander Kevin Jepson is warming up in the Angel bullpen now. But Jared Weaver, not very much a veteran. He was born back in October of 1982. And eventually drafted number 1 by the Angels in 2004. He was their number 1 draft choice that year. And then 2 years later, he came up to make his Major League debut. And it was against the Orioles that he made his Major League debut. His first Major League start. He won that game. And now Markakis takes the ball that runs inside. And for Jared Weaver, that was the beginning of what turned out to be one of the best beginnings in the history of the game. And Markakis takes the ball a little bit too high. Because Weaver, as a rookie when he first came up, he went undefeated in his first 12 starts. And his record in those 12 games was 9-0. That's how he got started. And Markakis takes a breaking ball for a called strike. And that, at the time, it tied the record for the best start. That was held by Whitey Ford, the great Yankee left-hander. So Weaver tied that record. Not a bad beginning. And Markakis takes a fastball that missed somewhere. Looked pretty good from here. So now 3-1 to Nick Markakis. And Weaver now in his career, 123 wins, 66 losses. Here comes the 3-1 pitch and a little breaking ball for a call strike. Well, Weaver, now at the age of 32, he does have the best winning percentage in the history of the Angel franchise. Here comes the next offering to Nick Markakis. A little fly ball into shallow center. Ibar goes out, and the Angel shortstop in very shallow center makes that catch. So 2 gone in the 8th. And now David Lowe, the number 2 hitter. You look at the history of the Angel franchise. Jared Weaver is 3rd on the all-time win list. Number 1 on that list is Chuck Finley. He won 165 games. Number 2 on that list is Nolan Ryan. As an Angel, Ryan won 138 games. Weaver is at 123. He delivers to David Lowe, and he picks up a strike on the outside corner. Now, David tonight has had a good ball game. He's 1 for 3. He's had a stolen base. And in the 6th inning, he scored what right now is the lead run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard down the line, and that's another base hit for David Lowe. And David tonight has had 4 at-bats, and on 3 of the at-bats, he's hit the ball really hard. He has 2 hits to show for it.
And each time those base hits coming with 2 down to create problems for Jared Weaver.
Remember back in the 3rd inning, David Lowe hit a ball to the back of the warning track out there in center, and a ball that was caught by Mike Trout. So David Lowe tonight has had some really good at-bats. So now he gets aboard, and Adam Jones comes up to hit now, and we have a similar situation as to what happened back in the 6th inning. With 2 outs when David Lowe gets a base hit and then stole second base. And then Adam Jones, with a count 2-1, he took a strike to give David Lowe a chance to steal, which is what happened. And then Adam knocked him in with a base hit to right field. So let's see if it's a deja vu all over again here. David Lowe off the bank at first. And Weaver delivers. Adam will take Lowe. Fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Adam 1 for 3 with that RBI single back in the 6th inning. Jones now 8 hits in 22 at-bats with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs on the road trip. Not too shabby. But first, Lowe back in, diving in. Now the attendance here tonight, 40,185. 40,185 tonight at the Big A. We close on a 3-game set. Orioles are going for a 3-game sweep in Anaheim, which has not happened here since 2010. Here comes the pitch. And a big swing and a miss. Got the breaking ball. Jared Weaver has now thrown 102 pitches. He's had 6 strikeouts. Weaver has gone the entire game, has not walked the batter. And yet right now it's his game to lose. We're on the top of the 8th inning. 1-1 to Mr. Jones. And again, David Lowe off the back at first base. He's got a pretty good lead right now. Weaver, he will set. He will deliver. Adams swings and misses. He got another breaking ball that was a foot off the plate. And just about in the dirt as well. That's that breaking ball that quite often has befuddled, bewildered Adam Jones. Orioles ahead 2-1, 8th inning. And Jared Weaver trying to work out of the 8th inning. Right-hander kind of bent over at the waist as he toes the rubber. Jones back in. He'll take 2-3 practice swings. And now he's ready, and so is Weaver. David Lowe off the bat. Here it comes. a little bit low. That time with the fastball. Weaver tried to sneak one in there, and he almost succeeded. He just did miss. On deck is Nelson Cruz, but there are 2 outs here in the 8th inning. In the outfield, they play Adam to pull the ball. Jones now with 19 home runs. Weaver again takes a look. And the veteran right-hander okays. He's ready as he sets. He delivers. There goes low. Little ground ball to short. Ibar will have to go to first. He does to retire the side. No runs a hit. They lead 1. So now we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Angels got the middle of the order coming out to hit. The Orioles are ahead 2-1 on the Orioles radio network. Our fans on Saturday, August 2nd, come on out to Camden Yards. There's going to be a promotion that you're not going to want to miss because the first 10,000 kids who are 14 and under at that night's game against Seattle, they're going to receive a Crush Davis action figure presented by PNC. A Crush Davis action figure. So again, that's on Saturday, August 2nd. For tickets, Orioles.com or call 888-848-BIRD. Here we go. Josh Hamilton leads off, and Tommy Hunter delivers ball 1. Underway, bottom of the 8th inning. Hamilton, and then Ibar, and then Kendrick. And the 1-0 delivery. Hamilton, fly ball, shallow right. Scope races out. He stumbles. He cannot get to it. That ball landed behind Scope and in front of Nick Markakis. So Hamilton with a base hit as he's able to beat the shift on a ball that was not hit very hard. And the second baseman, Jonathan Scope, out there in right field to begin with. He kind of stumbled as he got turned around and could not get to that ball. So now the Angels have the tying run on base with nobody out. And here's the switch hitting Eric Ibar. Again, will hit left-handed as he has done the entire game. Against Tillman tonight, Ibar was 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch. So here we go. Tommy Hunter, he delivers. Ibar, a little drive out toward left center, and that's a base hit. That's a gapper, and that may tie the game. Jones cuts it off. Hamilton being waved in. The relay by J.J. Hardy is much too late. And this game is tied. Ibar, a double in the 8th inning. It's a 2-2 game. Wow, just like that. Hamilton with a blooper, and then Ibar with a line drive that split David Lowe and Adam Jones. Jones did a good job to get to it. By the time he did, he was on the edge of the warning track in left center, and we know that Josh Hamilton, man, he can run.
He was flying around the bags, and that brings an end to that long streak of scoreless innings for Tommy Hunter. At 15, it stops.
And Chris Tillman tonight gets a no decision, despite giving up 1 run in 6 innings. So now here's Kendrick with the lead run at second base and nobody out.
Chris has been snake bit his last 2 starts, pitching very well, but nothing to show, at least individually, for himself.
Yeah, in Oakland, it was Zach Britton with some tough luck. And now here's Kendrick and Tommy Hunter. He delivers. Ooh, look out. Kendrick almost got hit. Fastball at 96, up and in. And Kendrick kind of lifted both elbows to avoid getting hit by that high inside fastball. Kendrick tonight 1 for 3. Couple of ground ball outs and a single. Hunter, he delivers. Little breaking ball just off the outside corner. So now 2-0 to Howie Kendrick. That deck is David Freese. Brad Brock, a right-hander, warming up in the Oriole bullpen. Kendrick waits. The count 2-0. Hunter delivers, and a breaking ball, a good one. That's a call strike. And meanwhile, in the Angel bullpen, their brand new closer. And just a few days ago, remember the San Diego Padres out there warming up is Houston Street. Here's the 2-1 fastball. Chopped foul outside the coaching box at third. So now 2-2 to Kendrick. And this is one of those situations where if you're Tommy Hunter, and you'd love to get the strikeout. A strikeout is baseball's most unproductive at bat. A strikeout accomplishes nothing in this situation. Hunter ready again. And he delivers. Fastball, he got a piece of it and fouled it away. Boy, fastball that time in 99. And Kendrick took an emergency hack. At the very last instant, he flicked it foul. So the count stays at 2-2. Hunter again standing tall, looks in. Kendrick trying to find a way to somehow get Ibar to third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got the strikeout, and he got it with a breaking ball. And it was down and away. So there's that strikeout that Tommy needed, and that's one big out right there. Well, Tommy, his first strikeout tonight. And now he's going to work on right-hand hitting David Freese. Boy, with 2 strikes, he threw him a wicked breaking ball there.
That was a devastating breaking ball. Kendrick missed that by about 6 inches.
Now Freese tonight 0 for 3 against Tillman. And now he swings and misses. Got a fastball at 96. Down to a 2-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. On getaway day. After the game tonight, we're going to Seattle. We'll play 4 games at Safeco. Tommy Hunter. He delivers 0-1. This one is low.
Well, the last couple of at-bats, all Freese has seen is fastballs from Oriole pitching.
Yeah, Tillman got him on fastballs and a strikeout back in the 6th inning. Before that, a couple of ground ball outs. Infield backed up with a runner at second base. In the outfield, they play Freese to swing just a little bit late. There goes the runner. It's a strike, and there'll be no throw. Ibar steals third. And Freese took a strike. And when Hundley came up to throw, he juggled it, I think. He just could not get the proper grip and held on to it.
Well, Ibar got a pretty good jump against Tommy.
And now 1-2, the infield in. And now Tommy needs another strikeout. He delivers fastball a little bit low, and he threw that one at 100 miles an hour. And I'll tell you what, he just did miss. He is bringing it here. He'd love to get the strikeout. With that base runner at third base, the lead run, maybe the winning run. So the count 2-2. Here comes. Fastball, he popped it foul back to the upper deck and back of the plate.
And that was a tick below 100 at 99.
And again, the infield in. Ryan Flaherty, J.J. Hardy, Jonathan Scope, Chris Davis, all in toward the infield grass. Ibar at third base, 1 out. David Freese, 2-2, the count to him. Here it comes. Breaking ball, got him swinging. And a ball that was in the dirt, he struck, came out. Another huge strikeout, and that's out number 2. And each of the strikeouts have come with breaking balls. Brian Mattis is warming up in the bullpen, along with Brad Brock. So now it's up to Efren Navarro, a left-hand hitter, against Tommy Hunter. And Eric Ibar remains anchored at third base. After he tied the game with a double, Navarro is going to be walked intentionally. Wow, Tommy Hunter threw that first ball at about 95, it looked like, and Hundley had to snap to catch it. Wow. And now the 1-0 delivery there, that's more like it. That one only about 90. And there's ball 2. So the intentional walk, and the catcher, a right-hand hitter, Chris Iannetta, is in the on-deck circle. I mean, the only pinch hitter available for Mike Scioscia is the other catcher, Hank Conger, who's a switch hitter. So that's not going to happen. So Iannetta is going to bat for himself. So there's ball 4 on the intentional walk. Iannetta tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he also provided one of the key moments in this game back in the second inning after he was out there at second base with 2 outs and 2 men on base, and Mike Trout coming up to hit with 2 outs. And that's when Iannetta, out there at second base, got himself picked off by Chris Tillman and J.J. Hardy. So here we go. Tommy Hunter trying to get one more big out. Runners on first and third. Tied up at 2-2. Bottom 8 in Anaheim. Here comes the pitch. Iannetta will take low for ball 1 after a check swing. Well, it's always great to have the strikeout stuff. Tommy Hunter's got that, especially in this situation after the tying run scores and the lead run out there at third base. Here's the 1-0 delivery and a breaking ball. He takes it outside for a ball. Well, the count 2-0. And Tommy Hunter throwing quite a few breaking balls, but for that pitch to be effective, he's got to be ahead. Now he's behind Iannetta, 2-0. Hunter again looks in, says yes. Tommy Hunter ready and delivers again. Swing and a miss. Back to a fastball. And that one at 96. And that one, not much of a swing. And so if you're Tommy Hunter and you're reading the bat, it tells you that Iannetta just did not pick up the fastball.
And Iannetta went after a pitch that was down and out of the strike zone.
And I'd be surprised if he gets another breaking ball until there are 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. There's the fastball that missed somewhere. Wow. Tommy's wondering where that missed. It might have been low and outside. Might have been. I think that call could have gone either way. So now 3-1. That was a big pitch. On deck is a lefty, Calhoun, the leadoff hitter. Hunter again ready. 3-1 pitch on the way. And this one is ball 4. And he walked him low and outside. Another fastball. So now the top of the order comes up, and Buck is coming out. He's going to bring in Mattis to go after Calhoun. With the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're tied up at 2-2. We got a pitching change here at the Big A. Brought to you by Direct Mortgage Loans. To get pre-qualified for your home loan, visit directmortgages.com. directmortgageloans.com. Back with more play-by-play right after this.
Are you buying your first home? At Direct Mortgage Loans.
Here in the bottom of the 8th at 2-2, and they have the bases loaded, 2 out. Brian Mattis comes on to face the left-handed bat of Cole Calhoun, who has had a base hit tonight against the right-hander Chris Tillman. Hey, the Orioles return home on Tuesday to begin a 3-game home series with the Angels. That evening, don't miss the season's next Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Every Tuesday home game, all up for reserved seats are just $9. Celebrate the second half of the season at Orioles Park. For tickets, visit Orioles.com or call 888-848-BIRD. Key point in this ball game, we're deadlocked at 2 runs apiece. Bases jammed, 2 out. Let's get back to Joe Angel.
That's right, thank you. This guy Calhoun, he can be dangerous. In this game, he's been on base twice. He's had a single. He's also on base on an error. But he came in with a batting average of .288. He does have 11 home runs, so you got to be careful. He can hurt you. Left-hander against left-hander. Ibar is at third. Navarro is at second. Iannetta is at first. Here comes the pitch. And this one, low and inside. Ball 1. Not a good idea to get behind the hitter with the bases loaded in a tie game in the 8th inning. Much better to throw strike 1. He did not. Calhoun back in. Infield backed up with 2 outs. Ryan Mattis looks in. Calhoun waits. Mattis is ready. And now the 1-0 delivery. There's a strike. Picked out the inside corner with a pretty good fastball. Big pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Flaherty backed up at third. Hardy and Scope on the edge of the outfield grass. Chris Davis in back of the base runner at first. Iannetta. Calhoun back in. Mattis takes a look. Tie game, 2-2, 8th inning, bottom half. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mattis again ready. He's coming home. Fastball a little bit low. Calhoun looking very patient with the count 2-1. Well, the game on Monday, Mattis came in. He threw 3 pitches. He faced only 1 hitter. He struck out Hamilton.
And that was a left-handed batter.
Yep. And now he's behind Calhoun at 2-1. And now the left-hander again is ready. And he's coming home. Fastball outside. Ball 3. And now 3-1. And now the rally monkey lovers here in Anaheim, they're getting louder. Bases loaded. Tie game. 8th inning. The count 3-1. Brian Mattis. He's got to throw a strike. And the left-hander is ready. And he delivers. He walked him. Ibar in from third. And the Angels have gone ahead 3-2. And now Buck is coming out again. He's got Trout coming up to hit. He's got Brock coming in to pitch. Another pitching change in Anaheim. And again brought to you by Direct Mortgage Loan. Joe Angel and Fred Manfra, and good morning to you from Anaheim. The Angels here with a 1-run lead, and they're going to bring in their brand new closer, and they're also going to bring in a brand new third baseman.
Yeah, the veteran John McDonald has gone over at third base, and Freese leaves the ball game.
Well, up until last Friday, Houston Street was a member of the San Diego Padres, and then they made the deal. And then the very next day, Street made his Angels debut. For the San Diego Padres, he had some amazing numbers. In San Diego, he made 38 appearances. His record was 1-0. He picked up 24 saves. And his earned run average for San Diego just over 1 in about 33 innings. So far this season, Houston Street has had the 5th best ERA among all relievers in the major leagues.
Well, 1 more strikeout than innings pitched, 34 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts, and he has just blown 1 save this year with San Diego.
So for the Angels, just a huge addition. And now here's Nelson Cruz to get things started in the 9th inning. Angels ahead 3-2. Street, he delivers. This one is upstairs with a breaking ball. Little breaking ball to get the at-bat started. Ball 1. Nelson tonight 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. And right now stuck on 28 home runs. And now Street started to go into his motion and then abruptly stopped. But now he starts again. And the 1-0 delivery. Little breaking ball. Fly ball. Right field. Medium depth. Right there's Calhoun. He's got it. Up hands the fastest pitch of this game, thrown 100 miles an hour by Tommy Hunter, is brought to you by Xfinity. Call 1-800-XFINITY today for a great offer. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Houston Street very exaggerated with his windup as he comes to the plate. And now Chris Davis, who's had a difficult night, could make amends here with a big hit.
Well, the Orioles are in the 9th inning. They got the right people out there to hit. Nelson Cruz, though, slide out. And now the big fella. Here comes the pitch. Fastball at the knees. That's a call strike. Now, at one time, Houston Street, his fastball used to be 96, 97. That is no longer the case. Chris Davis 1 for 3 tonight. A broken bat single and a couple of strikeouts. And now the changeup a little bit low. 1-1 to Chris Davis. And again, the Angels employ the shift. The second baseman, Howie Kendrick, out there in shallow right and well over toward the foul line. Davis, 16 home runs. And the 1-1 delivery. Big swing and a foul tip strike into Iannetta's mitt. So now Davis is down to his last strike. And now the right-hander again ready. He delivers. Breaking ball, swung on, fouled away. That time Davis got a piece of it. It stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, so far I've seen Street. He started Nelson Cruz with a breaking ball. We see him throw a changeup, a couple of fastballs, at about 90, 91, and then another breaking ball. So he does mix it up. And now delivers 1 and 2 to Davis. Very high with the fastball. Now at a 91.
Looked like he tried to put a little extra on that fastball.
And now Davis back in. Angels ahead 3-2, 9th inning. And now again Street started to go into his motion. And then again, all of a sudden, he just came to a stop.
Kind of interesting the way he slides across the rubber before he delivers the ball to the plate.
And now the 2-2 delivery. In the dirt to Davis. He took it. Now when Street goes into his motion, his right toe is on the, let's see, is it on the first base side?
Kind of like in the middle, and then he slides it across.
Well, he actually picks it up.
Yeah.
He picks up his foot and then replaces it on the other side of the pitching rubber. You'll see that too often. Now he starts on the first base side. And then he picks it up and goes over it, moves it back. Davis will take ball 4. Well, there's your tying run. And now here's JJ. Well, for the Orioles, the road trip began very disappointingly at the Oakland Coliseum. But they had that 2-run lead in the 9th inning, and then Britton came in, and even though there were some real good pitches, he suffered the loss, giving up that home run to Donaldson. So in that game, they blew a 2-run lead in the 9th inning. Tonight, they blew a 1-run lead in the 8th inning. But now they have a chance in the 9th. And Davis at first, a tying run. Hardy digs in. Street is ready. He delivers, and JJ takes a call strike. Hardy tonight 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Now JJ coming in 6 hits in 17 at-bats on the road trip. But tonight 0 for 3. Here comes the pitch. Well, a breaking ball, a beauty. Call strike. So the fastball gets ahead. And then the breaking ball, Hardy could not pull the trigger. Now it's 0-2. On deck is Scope. And now the right-hander again is ready. Street will set. And he will deliver. Well, a breaking ball. JJ lays off low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That time he went a little bit further out to see if JJ would chase that one.
JJ 4 home runs. But he's had 3 consecutive years with at least 20 home runs. So you know he's capable. But out there now with 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Now the breaking ball hit hard, but he pulled it. Foul by about 8 feet. Wow. He just ripped it, but he was too quick. Down that left field foul line, maybe 5 feet foul. My goodness.
Yeah. He's hung that breaking ball, and JJ almost hung it down the left field line for a 2-bagger.
Just couldn't wait long enough, so count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now JJ back in. At third base, McDonald backed up in back of the bag. The middle of the infield looking for a game-ending double play ball. Hardy waits. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. Got him swinging. Well, that time he got him with a floater. And Hardy couldn't find it. Out number 2. And now it's up to Scope. And just in case, Darren O'Day warming up in the Oriole bullpen. Well, Jonathan has hit 2 home runs on the road trip. In this game, he's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. All of that against Jared Weaver. And by the way, Jared Weaver right now, it's his game to win. Scope digs in. Here comes the pitch. Little breaking ball, chopped, foul, right there at the catcher. Strike one. Jonathan with 8 home runs. They have all been on the road, and they have all been against right-handed pitching. And you got the right-hander Houston Street out there pitching now. Jonathan this season has been much better against right-hand pitching. And Street is ready again. And he delivers. Another breaking ball. Swing and a miss. No slider. And now the Orioles are down to the last strike. Remember now, the Blue Jays, they won tonight. And the Yankees, they won tonight. So an Oriole loss tonight, it'd be a 3-game lead. Cut by 1. Scope back in. Street takes a look. Bent over at the waist. Right-hander is ready. There goes the runner. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's how the game ends. And the Orioles here tonight in the loss column. They had a 1-run lead, 8th inning. They give it up. And the Angels salvage the finale. And now we head to Seattle with a 3-game division lead.
And the Angels win it with that walk with the bases loaded to force across the winning run. Another great effort from Chris Tillman and nothing to show for it.
Well, the Angels very tough to beat in this ballpark, and tonight they came back. I mean, the Angels this season, they've had 31 come from behind victories, the most in the major leagues, and they added that total tonight. We'll be back with the not so lovely totals right after this. 10 seconds, station identification on the Orioles radio network. The totals in this one, the Angels, with yet another come from behind victory. They won it with 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors, and they would leave 11. The Angels able to win the ball game tonight, even though going into the 8th inning, they had been 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. But they won the game. Jared Weaver is the winner. He's 11-6. Tommy Hunter takes the loss. He's now 2-2. Houston Street gets a save, his 25th and his first as a member of the Los Angeles Angels. Time of the game was 2:55. The attendance here tonight, 40,185. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment on the Orioles radio network. Join the lineup of Fred Manfred back in Anaheim. We done some further calculating, and we mentioned that the Angels able to win this game. And going into the bottom of the 8th inning, they were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And then in the bottom of the 8th inning, they scored 2 runs on 2 hits. And in that inning, they were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. So in the game, they finished up 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position, and they won the game. It's a funny game. Now tomorrow night, 1st of 4 in Seattle. In that first game, Wei-Yin Chen will take on Iwakuma in that first game. Game time will be at 10:10. We'll be on the air at 9:40 with the manager's report. Till then, Joe Angel for Fred Manfred, Mighty Casey Willett saying thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good day. Have a good morning. But, well, tonight we've got some bad news. The Orioles back in the loss column as the Angels salvage the finale. They win the finale by a score of 3-2. Stay tuned. The Clubhouse Show is next on the Orioles Radio Network.